Episode 7 and season finale of 1923 Season 2 begins with everyone waiting for Spencer to get home, whether at the ranch or at Livingston Station. A fight is on the way, and this is much like taking a deep breath before the storm hits. Meanwhile, Mamie catches up with Tiana after seeing all of the dead bodies in her wake. The three agrees that men are the issue here, but the warrant orders them to bring Tiana in for questioning. Mamie is willing to let her go, until Tiana shoots at them, which is a bad idea. A chase begins, culminating to Tiana being captured. Tiana is promised a fair trial, but she points out the harsh, brutal treatment she has had and does not shy away from discussing the murders. However, the horrors she has experienced serve as justification for her deeds. Banner shows up at Livingston Station, deciding to flee town forever. Why? It's because of Whitfield's violent and vicious treatment of those girls. He doesn't want any part of it, but Jacob won't let him go, claiming that he started it and must see it through to the finish. After a compromise, Jacob agrees to let Banner's child and wife board the train away from the conflict. In exchange, Banner reveals that the fight will be on multiple fronts, implying that the ranch will also be targeted. As a result, Banner's men come over the ridge and begin fighting. Kara grabs the hunting rifle and takes center stage, while the group works to defend the ranch. Alex continues to suffer in her ice tomb, and the car isn't the best place to wait out the storm. She grabs whatever clothes she can before braving the cold and wind, including mail, a newspaper, and a lighter. Her objective here is to create a fire. I realize it's a minor detail, but why didn't the pair use the lighter in the last episode? Alex is frustrated, blaming God or Taylor Sheridan for putting her through hell only to freeze to death. However, her plight appears to end when a train passes on the horizon, Spencer's train. Spencer jumps off the train and rushes over to see Alex. After a quick reunion, Spencer rushes with her in his arms to the train. Thankfully, the train has stopped, allowing her to board, but there is a problem. She's severely frostbitten and needs to warm up. The doctor on board tells her that she is not in good health and should warm up gradually. Because of Alex's perilous condition, the doctor advises Spencer not to get off at Livingston. Instead, he must stay until Bozeman, where an ambulance will be waiting for her. As the train pulls into Livingston Station, fighting breaks out. Spencer, of all people, helps Banner's wife and child board before being shot dead on the platform by Bill. However, he also keeps his word and shoots some of his own men, protecting Jacob and the others. Jacob promises to bring Banner's family to Portland. Jacob gets on the train next and meets Alex, but Spencer is required at the ranch. Jacob hangs around too, despite being shot in the stomach, and they both head to the hospital together. Spencer rallies the troops, bids his goodbyes to Alex, and runs back to save Yellowstone. Unfortunately, Whitfield's men had been waiting for the cover of darkness, and now that they got it, they charge. There's way too many men for those at the ranch to fight off, and they attack in their dozens. Just as predicted, they set the place alight with Molotovs, but the group do manage to put it out before the whole place goes up in flames. Elizabeth does her part to help too. Spencer ultimately arrives with further reinforcements, but he doesn't really need them. With twin guns and plenty of ammo, he goes inside and does his best Tomb Raider impression, taking down all of the men. Following this, they quickly understand that Jack has died, but the big boss is clearly still alive, despite the absence of the foot soldiers. When Spencer learns about Whitfield, he plans to retaliate. Jacob is being stitched up in the hospital, while Alex gives birth. The child is clearly preterm and in critical condition, whereas Alex requires surgery to amputate her frostbitten limbs. Alex, on the other hand, rejects and remains with her babe. Alex picks the name John after his brother, before determining that death is a preferable alternative than raising a child with amputated limbs. Spencer and Kara arrive soon after, and although Spencer sleeps all night with Alex and the baby, Alex dies. The infant is happily unharmed, but it also fuels Spencer's rage and desire for vengeance. Spencer arrives at the estate, shoots Lindy dead, and confronts Whitfield. After forcing him to repeat Alex's name, Spencer shoots him in the head and burns down the estate. Meanwhile, Tiana is on trial before a court, but she is acquitted due to a lack of witnesses. She's free to go, and after being given a horse, she rides forth into the unknown in quest of a new home. With the ranch rescued and Whitfield dead, Elizabeth decides to depart because her motive for being here has passed. She says her goodbyes to Kara, while Jacob talks to Spencer and decides not to ride with him. He'll look after Spencer's grandchild instead, knowing that his time for gallivanting and gathering is coming to an end. He stays with Kara and describes Alex as a shooting star. As Jacob and Kara sat together, narration confirms how the story will conclude. Spencer never remarries, but the comfort of a widow allows him to have another son. Alex's recollection of Spencer never fades, remaining as raw and agonizing as before, emphasizing that she is his only true love. When Spencer eventually dies, he is reunited with Alex once again, and the couple finally gets the happy ending they always desired, bringing this story to a conclusion. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.